and then it's and then I'm rewatching it now. So it's been a while. It's probably been at least, I don't know, honestly, probably over
years.
I was probably over maybe 20 years, like watching this. But like watching this fully, like I did today. But yeah, I'd have to agree with you on this one, Tiny. It's and Wes. I mean, the accent of Van Damme is just it takes you out of the. I mean, you know the characters, so it's like they just fell short on everything. It's really like you said, they kind of just like, to me it felt like, let's put these guys in costumes and then let's just make a movie with the costumes and call them by their names, and that'll pass as a Street Fighter movie. Like, if that makes sense.
Yeah, like they put the bare minimum effort.
And I agree with what Tiny said. It's the games, the earlier games, really don't give you any type of structure or context of how to, like, a story for the game. It's really, they're just kind of, I mean, they're fighting, it's all these countries fighting, and then, how do you make a movie out of that? I mean, Mortal Kombat, I guess, I feel like Mortal Kombat had a little more to work with in terms of, for like a movie or even just a game. There was like, the Earth Realm and stuff like that, but with Street Fighter, it's more just, your standard like fighting game, and there's not a real, story behind it. I would say that gives you an idea to make a movie. But I'm sure they can make figure out how to make a movie now with this. I'd be interested to see if anyone would even touch this now or in the next couple of years. But I want to say I actually liked Vega's character. I thought he was pretty spot on in terms of like the arcade version, and I have to agree with you as well, Tiny, that I feel like Ryu and Ken were kind of really underused in this. I mean, they were in the film a lot, but it was kind of like what you said was they're like guns, like gun salesmen.
Yeah.
Like black market guys, just selling guns. It was really weird.
They do have like an interesting subplot where Ryu and Ken are actually good guys, and they do this kind of staged death for Guile, and they're and to get close to Sagat and Bison and become kind of one of their crew. But it's just that happens all so fast, and everything is just so fast that you're just like, oh, all right, you know what I mean? And Ryu and Ken, they are charming, but they don't they just kind of take a back seat to everything and don't really have their chance to shine. And even when they do get, they have some more, like most of the fighting involves them, but still, like I said, the choreography is just it's so choppy and so many cuts that you can see that they're just like stopping, cutting, you know what I mean? Like, there's no fluidity whatsoever, and there's just a lot of, I feel like, action films that were out or coming out around the time that are just like so much better that I don't know how this got a pass, you know what I mean?
Yeah. And I don't get, I mean, the whole thing with Chun Li, and then her Balrog and freaking E Honda. They're, like you said, they're like the camera crew, which I know that was kind of, I guess that was a way to get them into the movie that made sense for at the time.
Ken got Ryu. It seemed like they just did whatever they did because it's what they had to do. But that's what I think that forced too much. And it was just like, okay, we're just gonna throw them in because they're the good guys. And every movie has to have the good guys. And for a while, they made it seem like fucking Guy was the bad guy in the beginning. Which threw me off, and a bunch of shit was just throwing me off. I think Bison's costume design was pretty dope, dude. Pretty.
Oh yeah, it was definitely like accurate to the game for sure.
How he constantly threw. Did you notice he's always throwing his cape?
Yeah.
Those little details, and it was that was a good way. Even though Bison is always covered up, I feel like they were able to hide him being sick really well, because you don't ever really quite like if we didn't know that from pop culture that he was sick, like you wouldn't be like, oh, this guy looks like he's on his last legs or anything like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They were able to kind of hide that, and I will give a pass to the final, the boss battle at the end, the cuts and stuff, because obviously I'm sure Julia wasn't in any kind of state to do all those stunts and whatnot.
Yeah, true.
But it's like how many like the few fights that are in it are just kind of like, all right, okay.
I was so expecting, Ryu and Ken to be like such badasses. I didn't really remember too much from when I was a kid, but yeah, it was their characters were such a letdown, and I actually did enjoy Zangief, but
it was really good.
But like you said, he was one of those like cheeseball like villains.
You need that.
Yeah, for this, it felt like you needed it. And then one of the scenes I busted out laughing is when Zangief was taking Ryu and Ken and showing them like the training facility, and they're both walking around like, oh, nice, yeah. And one's like, oh, nice gun. I think Ryu said that, or one of Ken said that. It was so random. He's just walking by a guy who's like, holding a gun. He's like, oh, nice gun, man. And then they keep walking through the facility, and I'm like, oh my god, it's like so random, but it was so hilarious to me. I don't know why, but yeah, I really liked Zangief's character. But like you said, those like Sharpied on scars or whatever they're supposed to be, and then like the patchy Austin Powers chest that you could see it was like falling off it sometimes.
I like cheeseball, but they're pushing it, dude.
they're at max capacity for cheeseball right there.
Yeah,
but yeah, I just think that writing anything that you need to make a good movie, they didn't have any of it. So I mean, I could see it like, oh, the writing was really good, but acting and stuff like that. But I feel like it was overall everything aside from Bison. His acting was actually really good, but it was like cheesy, but it was like you said, it was to the character and it made sense. And
for me, Raul Julia straight turned into Gomez after a certain point, dude. Like when he was talking to fucking Ming Na Wen, Chun-Li, and he was like undressing himself, and he just turned into Gomez, dude. And I was just like, what the fuck, dude? And like his power just seemed like with the levitation turned into straight Addams Family, fucking Uncle Fester style, dude. Like, he used like electricity to fly and shit.
That's probably that interaction between him and Chun-Li is probably one of the best scenes in the film. Because it's like she's telling him this devastating story of why she's after him. Because he, murdered all these people that she knew, and he just looks at her and he's like, "I'm sorry, like I don't remember any of that at all. Like that's burned into your mind, but for me, that was just another Tuesday."
Yeah. Did you see the homage to Robin Williams and the Good Morning Vietnam?
I think did I miss that?
Yeah, and it's in the beginning when they're I think it's after Van Damme crashes the Vega and Ryu fight, and it's the scene right after that, and it shows a boat going through like the little river or whatever, and then what's the name of the town that they're in, or the village?
Shadaloo.
Shadaloo.
Yeah, he says, "Good morning, Shadaloo." But it's it's Good Morning Vietnam, and it's some guy on the radio for the American the army people, whatever they are.
The AN. The AN.
Yeah, the AN. It's I took it as them trying to do something like Good Morning Vietnam with Robin Williams, so I thought that was pretty funny.
Oh wow. Yeah, I didn't even think of that. Good. That's a good.
Gonna have to go back for that one.
Yeah, it's literally right after Vega and Ryu get their fight broken up.
Oh, he's
Yeah,
like,
dude,
Van Damme pops out and he's like, "You're all under arrest."
And everything stops, dude. I'm like, okay.
yeah, Vega and Ryu were just about to get down, right? They like gave up their weapons and shit. Like, no, we're gonna do this like bare knuckle.
For me, that was such a cheesy intro. His sword play, it was so bad. I don't know if the actor is used to a sword or whatever, but he just flips it around, dude. Like, I don't know, like he was holding a banana or something, and then he throws it at Vega, not really hitting him, just to hit the piece of wood up top. I think the sequence might have been much better if we just got like a serious, maybe sort of tone of music with like a little action right there. Maybe if I wish that fucking Guile wasn't in the movie as much, maybe. I don't know. So, because obviously John Claude was going to take so much tension away from everyone else, I think, at the time.
You know,
they want to throw him in as much as they can.
Yeah, he requested. He wanted $8 million just for him to be in this movie, and he got it too. That $8 million of this budget just went to Jean-Claude.
So might as well let him work for it, right? and for me, I think if they would have underused him, I think I would have been fine because they would have given more time for the others, but. I think today, in this day and age, the Street Fighter story is more patented out probably now. More like mangas, more comics and shit come out for that. It's like since then.
There's more things to pull a story from.
Yeah, so now like we got Akuma now. We got like some crazy shit they could pull out for a today and age film, but not to take away. But this film just Oof, but I can rewatch this, dude. I don't find it as maybe as bad as like I'm making it sound, but this is just what it is.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, I could watch it again. Maybe not like right after
not every year.
Give me some time to kind of to let me forget some stuff about this and then rewatch it. But I mean, I could definitely do that. Maybe once a year or once every couple of years or something. Just have this, If I had this, I don't have a hard copy of this, but if I did, just pop it out randomly when, like if people are over, kind of playing in the background while we're all talking or whatever. So I think it would be funny in that situation. But yeah, I mean, I could watch it again by myself as well.
Did you guys notice? Did they actually put in the ending when Bison was controlling his little thing? Did they actually put an arcade console for him?
Yeah. That's like the joystick and everything.
And it was like the actual console to like the Street Fighter game, right? It looked like the exact same ones like I used to see like in Tijuas.
Yeah, that was definitely like a not so subtle Easter egg to like, hey, you guys are watching a video game adaptation. Like, don't forget.
And it actually looked like they used the world map, too, from the game. Like, where you pick, like, each country you go to and stuff. I liked it. Like, they did do that. They did really, like, for me, well with the odes. But, I don't know. It's just other stuff wasn't done for me right. But, what can you say, right? Like, they did it. This is 1994. I found, what's his name, an enjoyable actor, too. He's the other black actor that plays
DJ,
dude. He was pretty good, I thought. Him being like a little sly, like just working for him to get paid, and fucking trying to steal off with the money at the end.
And then it turns out to be Bison money, so it's worth nothing.
Yeah. Because he was trying to steal the queen. Obviously, the story, this Queen of England, right? Is that what he was trying to like hostage situation. I would have